What's up, guys? We're back. Get through the intro here really quick. I'm still super psyched that we had 1,000 viewers today. That's incredible. Welcome back. Yeah, I know. Chat does get a little wild with the people like yelling and screaming about the giveaways. I know how it goes. Possible yellow line sell off from here. Maybe give us that volatility we're looking for. We are back. Welcome, guys. All right, Doc went and grabbed me 1K balloons here. Whoa, they made dude. So he did make a wow. So they did make me an AI version on the Madeline scooter. The same guy that made Tom's. Let's take a look at it. Oh, hold on. Let me show you guys. So this, let me open this in a different window here. Look what they made. Oh, that's awesome. I love it. They absolutely nailed it. They got everything. They got the headband, they got the money gun. They got the rocket scooter. However, I must note that the physics of the rockets are all off. That the rockets are actually facing the wrong way, which kind of okay because I feel like I would be basically riding this scooter in circles this way. Essentially, I'd be spinning like this as I was flying. That's kind of cool. But I'm also burning my shoes. Let me say, this is incredible. Can I get one where the rockets are pointing the other way? So in essence, the thrust that's being generated is going in giant circles this way. I should absolutely be. My forward momentum from the scooter is being rotationally adjusted by the angular offset from these rockets. So I should be moving in circles if you do the math on that. But other than that, it's pretty dope. That's kind of cool. Oh, face plan super quick. Is it liquidity pocket indicator? What? What about liquidity pocket? All right, let's get prepped for one, two, trading here. Let's do this one. Okay, if I do make a trade, if I do make any kind of trade today, finding some dip to buy or something, I'm gonna play with one of the accounts has only made $1,000 and I have some room to move on that one. Welcome back, guys. Could be a possible yellow line short setup from here. Obviously, margin buffer is always some good selling pressure. That's crazy, like how many people came in the stream today. I'm super thrilled to see all you guys. And thank you guys for all the support, man. It means a whole lot to us. There's no My Funded Futures today. Yeah, there was. We just finished it up. How do I journal your trades? Excel or any social platform? I don't have a specific platform. There's some of them out there that let you do it. Journaling should basically be like you talking about, and I tell people journaling is a whole thing, that a lot of people talk about their strategy optimization in their journaling. Journaling is not about analyzing your strategy. Journaling is not, well, this is the indicator and this is why I did this and this is where my stop was and that. Journaling to me, that's strategy analysis. It's a separate thing. Journaling should be a separate event or a separate thing you do besides strategy analysis. Journaling is like, I woke up today, I didn't eat breakfast, I was in a bad mood, and then I made some trades and I lost. Journaling is looking for habits in your own behaviors to try to correct. Personal feelings, schedule, things like that. Like I woke up today, had to take the kids to daycare. I was late. I was rushing. There was a traffic jam. I made some trades and then I lost a fortune. And you start to recognize patterns in your behaviors from journaling. That's where journaling comes in handy. Strategy analysis is, well, I bought the dip and I longed too much and then I lost a trade because it stopped me out. That's not journaling. And people mix the two together, but you should do them both as separate events. And writing in anything, like writing in your notepad on your phone while you're taking a dump, like whatever, man. Anytime you get some time to write it down. Journaling is about analyzing your feelings and the behavioral things you do. You should do them both. A vetting session for vomiting your emotions, like Rich said. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Like, how did you feel? Like, you know, oh, I felt so great. I had this big winning day the day before. So I came in the next day and I traded really hard and I lost. Okay, then you're like, okay, I'm learning that I shouldn't carry my feelings over from session to the other. Do I show my trades live? Yeah, right on the screen. My DOM's up here on the top right of the screen. And when I'm in a trade, I tell you guys I'm in a trade and you can see the button over here. I click it and I'm in a trade. More like 111K today. Well, technically 11K minus 1. One of the damn balloons didn't make it. So as far as like journaling goes, I think there's journaling software out there. A couple of companies might have something there, but you can just journal in your notepad on your phone or journal it in something where you can quickly find the day and read it. It's not about like storing the information like you're going to read it later. It's about writing it down and then maybe going back and reading it later in the night. Right? To kind of like when your head is cleared, or reading it the next day so you can get some like subjective view of your stuff. You're going to write every single day, so you're not going to ever go back and read all of it all the time. But it's like read it the next day or read it later on that night after you've chilled off a little bit. Somebody said, I'm an asset to My Funded Futures, not the other way around. That's really kind of you to say. I mean, come on. I like them. They're really awesome. But appreciate you guys loving us. And 21K across all your accounts today. Tyler, would you like some balloons to celebrate? I've got most of those things over here. I've got a 1 and I've got a K. You can have a 1 and a K. You just need to go find the 2. and you should be fine. According to eye doctors, a lot of 2-year-olds having birthdays today, though, so you're going to have a hard time finding it. Maybe I'm firing the rocks at my competitor and facing away in a Mission Impossible episode. I love it. Can I explain the blue on your chart? It's weekly gamma exposure for market makers, weekly hedge pressure. All it is basically looking at the gamma exposure of dealer options, and it is a resistance pressure. So when you touch it, it is a long pivot. 80% of days that open above will close above under ideal conditions. So it doesn't break, but 1 out of 5 days. How do I identify these pivot points? LOL. Rocket Scooter's algorithm does it for me. It draws them for me. It's a very sophisticated tool. It looks at options. You think you run over consistency by like 3%? Do I have to start over? No, Mike, you don't. No. You just have to, if you go over consistency, you just have to trade longer. Your profit target gets bigger. Do I journal in Excel or any kind of journaling platform? I don't really journal anymore because I've kind of mastered my emotions. Although it might take a long way to get there. I've never found the need to journal anymore. I've mastered that part of my craft. I don't keep emotional carryover from trades. I don't feel bad when I trade. I don't feel happy when I win. I don't feel sad when I lose. I become a trading robot these days. After many years of getting beat up, I'm used to getting punched and I don't even flinch. So journaling, I don't feel like you can always learn something about yourself, but as far as my application goes, I don't think there's much more I can discover about my abilities emotionally to benefit from journaling any further. I've kind of figured it out after 15 years and I'm pretty cool with it. Strategy analysis is mostly what I'm doing now. I got the emotional stuff on check. And I'll tell you, you don't have to do any kind of special program. You can just write. You can just write in your phone. Like you can use your notepad in your phone. You know, you want to journal when it's like, you know, you have some spare time and when you're laying in bed or, you know, you don't need a special program to do it. There's a lot of like programs out there that try to like tie journaling in with your charting and try to put your trades in with the journal. And that's totally cool. But really journaling is like writing a paragraph or so, like a diary of just what you felt that day and what you went through that day. Anything that you're doing, you could probably say, you know, your journal was, I was in a meeting, then in between meetings, I had an hour, I rushed a trade and I lost. And then you realize as you're reading your journal, every time you do that, you lose a trade. And maybe you'll say, oh, you know, maybe I shouldn't be trading in between meetings and rushing a trade. I'm forcing trades, right? Stuff like that you discover in journaling. And the ultimate goal of journaling is to isolate bad behaviors and stop doing them. And then to where you solely can focus on your strategy without the auxiliary factors to mess it up. So strategy is where do I long, where do I short, where do I close out, all that crap. How much do I trade? But then you have the other stuff that gets in the way. You got family, you got kids, you got a job, you got a pet, you got feelings, you got greed, you got fear. It's how to like navigate all of that to just solely focus on strategy. And your goal is to be able to just solely focus on strategy with no problems interfering with strategy. And journaling will help you figure that out. So just write notes, dude, or write notes somewhere. If you want to journal on your chart and incorporate strategy and journaling together, just make sure you need to focus on both with equal amount of time. Strategy is very important, but like your emotions can screw up your strategy no matter how good it is. Journaling is to get the emotional game in check. Would that blue line be the weekly volatility trigger on Jex charts? No, Jex charts are not good at all. Jex by itself is absolutely not going to give you actionable pivots. Zero. Hedge pressure is its own sort of animal that takes gamma exposure way to the next level. We look at gamma exposure of only market makers. Therefore, it's high volume with a guarantee. There's guaranteed high volume here without fail. Jex is just an open interest gamma weighted heat map. It's a very basic tool and it doesn't give you an actionable level. So what they do is absolutely different. We kind of created a whole different universe for the gamma exposure modeling by finding market makers with our algorithms that look for that. It's different. We filter the options out and only use some of them. Do you have a record of all your trades? Is that how you calculate your win rate? Tradeify does it for you. This is when I share that win rate, that's my Tradeify win rate. How do you get the yellow pivots and DD band to pop on Rocket Scooter? So the yellow line is not automated. It's something I do manually. I give it to you. You need to come to my stream. The green lines pop up automatically when you have a futures data feed connected. So you need to connect your broker here that's compatible with CQG. A lot of people here go buy their data from AMP, and you buy your futures data, and then it'll give you the indicators here. We currently have a project going on right now to automate the rest of the liquidity map as well as the rest of the redistribution zone for the futures chart. That's going to be done this week. Released at the end of next week for beta testing. All right. I need to start saving my voice. So I'm going to chill here. I'll talk as much. I started to get hoarse by the end of the day. How do you calculate yellow and red lines? It's in Discord. Yeah, there's a video in the Bootcamp, Steve, called Illiquidity Pivots. Teaches you how to do it. When do I enter trades? On these specific levels on my screen. Today, I've already finished all my long trades. I enter trades long here and here. I enter long trades here and there. I normally trade in the morning when most of my trades are done, or overnight. Right now, this is the end of the long move, and I'm waiting for the market to maybe pull back a little bit. Yellow line is always resistance pivot, even though I don't short off of it. One can short off of it. Not a terrible short to take. But I just don't take it. I'm kind of just like, what was stuff for the day? Did I make 15K? I think that's 14 and a half. Am I going to enter short because I hit the yellow line? It's a good short setup, but the answer is I'm not going to do it because I don't usually take the short setup in the bull market to risk the profit I've made. It is a good short setup. I'm not lying, but it's not the highest probability one, so I don't always take it. I very rarely will take it. What I normally do is I end my long trade at that yellow line. And probability is roughly 50-50. But if it does sell off, it does sell off from there. That is the only place it likely will sell off from. So those are people that are bears will look for these kind of lines as a place to pivot. Just the R&R is not, when the R&R is good, the probability is not like a 90% resistance or whatever. We mostly see it like a coin flip. CVD and CVD. What is CVD? Is that like cumulative volume delta? Is that what that is? I don't really know much about what the technique actually is. I know a lot of people that use it, but I've never really. Let me read up on it really quick. Let's just load something up. What is this? Bookmap. All right. What is CVD? I don't even know exactly what it is. So let me go see what it is. By accumulating the volume traded to the bid and subtracting the volume traded to the ask. Okay. That's all it is? Okay, no, I don't want to buy your product, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. All right. CVD is calculated by accumulation. So it's basically market order volume. Okay. So the source of, so it's a ratio, I'm presuming, and it shows you the amount or maybe just the total volume difference between the two. And it's showing you just market order pressure to one side or the other. Take it for what you will. It depends on how willing buyers or sellers are on the other side that volume difference means anything at all. a high delta would obviously assume that there's more, I guess we say the bid minus the ask, right? More people selling if the delta's high. I think that's how I read that. Let me reread that again. Wait, where'd it go? Well, either case, if there's enough willing buyers on the other side, it could absorb that difference in volume. It's useful, I would say, in general, the way I'm reading it, just to see where people are dumping orders very quickly. And a lot of that volume comes from hedging. So who's always throwing market orders at the market is usually people that are hedging, like throughout the day. So they'll show absorption, as somebody said. That's a good way to think about it. I was trying to describe something. They said it much more elegant than I do. Absorption. The willingness of that difference in pressure being absorbed by the other side of the market. And if the market is not moving with a high delta, then it probably, and again, I've never used this, so I'm just kind of like thinking as I go. I would say if the market's not moving and you have a high CVD, what it means is there's resistance to that selling, right? If it's flat on both sides, then it's hard to make an analysis to it. But what I think I would use it for is to find out how thick the support and resistance is. Like if you're hitting a very strong pivot and that delta is very high, that shows the selling to the bid is much greater than the buying to the ask, and yet the pivot's holding, is a good sign that the market's absorbing that selling, I guess. I've never looked at this indicator before, so I'm just exploring it for the first time. But I seem that would be good to see how strong a pivot will be. It would be along the lines of if the pivot's not breaking and that number shows that it should and it's not breaking, then when that number dies out, then the market should reverse, I think. So maybe that's the way I see it. I think Matt uses cumulative delta, if I remember correctly. Trades by Matt. It's been a while since I've seen his stream though. What are the prop firms that you have funded accounts with? Elite Trader Funding and My Funded Futures. And I'm working on Tradeify right now. Bum, 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 bum. There's that yellow line selling pressure here. I just have the halfway point drawn, the 623 resistance. Looks like getting a little bit of downside movement here. If anybody wants funded accounts, you have 5 accounts of 50K. Wait, we can give it away. Accounts. Seems like it'd be more effective at key level, Levi. I think you nailed it. Like, I think that's the way it would be effective at. Is like, you say, okay, there's strong resistance here. And then there's a lot of buying to the ask that seems to be breaking through it. Aha, the resistance is probably not going to hold. If the market is moving through a pivot without that difference in cumulative delta, then what that would mean is that the algorithms are tracking the stocks despite needing volume to move it. The algorithms are just pricing the index higher. If the market is falling really hard and that divergence is really big and it's not breaking your pivot, then it means it's absorbing the selling. Yeah, I would use it at key pivots and pretty much only key pivots. I wouldn't use it as a directional or like confluence factor. I would use it anywhere else other than, are we absorbing the impact or not at a key level where volume will be? Yeah. So essentially what Rocket Suiter is going to tell you is there's high volume at these pivots. Cumulative delta will tell you which direction that volume is. It slamming the bid, slamming the ask. Remember, high volume is both sides. So you're subdividing that up into where the pressure's going. Can I analyze oil real quick? Yeah. Hold on. My brain just froze up. What are we talking about? Oil. Dude, I'm so tired right now. I was like, what am I doing? Oil. Oil's kind of like balance in liquidity pocket there, illiquidity pockets. So oil is not bullish anymore, and I think oil's not going to rally unless we turn into this huge, crazy global conflict. S&P resilience is coming down just a teeny little bit. Not a lot, but you like a big green candle in a minute to pop through. Yeah, so this is that resistance. So maybe we'll see something, maybe we won't. Oh, we'll see. There are people at my house. I hear people, somebody ring my doorbell, and I hear people talking. Do my levels have expiration? So the liquidity map stays good for the entire equity session. Then the futures pivots stay good for 23 hours, all the way through the Globex session. So these guys are good all the way until the futures market closes, and then we get new ones for the night. The equities pivots come out at 9:30, and they're good until the end of the close day from here to here. Yeah. Does Tradeovate have the ability to provide CQG data for Rocket Scooter? No. It's not CQG data, it's broker data. You get your data from your broker. And brokers should have CQG credentials to give you. Most of your futures brokers will give you CQG credentials, but you buy your data from them. And this is why I don't normally short at yellow line, because it's 50-50 and crap like this happens. You see that volume there though on the yellow line break? Even if there was like news to come with that or whatever. Where's my... Pretty crazy, right? You guys, now y'all trust how good my calculations are. This is a high volume pivot. And breaking through that resistance was a pretty big freaking candle. You'll see how cool that is? Right at 22,651. See how good we are? I don't know. Whatever's going on. Somebody's saying something. Trump trade deadline of July 9th not critical. Oh, so essentially it's not like a hard deadline anymore? Well, Wall Street loved that. Taco, baby. Oh, Trump just wants a bull market. Yeah. Oh, he don't want to crash the stock market anymore. Trump always bulls the market. Don't short a bull market. Yeah, that's also true. Don't short bull markets. What's up?
You want to go fast?
Hey, thank you. What was oh, wait. Oh yeah.
Your pad thai with some protein.
That's awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Who's here?
The second person to quote designer. So I'm gonna go talk to him.
Okay.
Come on, Pickle.
Pickle!
What the fuck?
Pickle! Come here, buddy!
Some of your viewers went with me to Ardennes the second time.
He always is like, why are you always biting my face, boy? Why is he? Why is he always biting my face whenever I pick
He
him up?
hates it when you put all the camera and the lights on him. Let me see some pickles in chat. Okay, that sounds really bad.
Here's my buddy. Here's my buddy. Why are you in such a bad mood? Okay, all right.
What about me? What about me?
Like, look, you can hold. Watch you hold him. Look. Why is he not growling at you, huh?
Hi, because he knows you don't growl at Ma. He's not. He bites my face still too, just like you.
Okay, let me try. Let me hold him again.
You want to let Daddy hold you?
Okay. Hey.
Get off your son. Ty's saying get off your son. Get off his son. You hear that? Talking back at us.
You gonna behave, buddy?
He says no.
He's so like mama's boy, dude. You don't you bark at me? Get out of here. Go. Important stuff.
That's cute. You doing important things. Aww.
Y'all have fun. Let me know if y'all need me or for whatever. What's going on here? Dude. Check out your art you sent me on Insta and Twitter. It includes everyone. All right, let me check it out. Hold up. Wait, where? Let me see where you sent it. Hold on. Wait, where did you send it? Hold on. Your art you sent on Twitter and Instagram. Wait, where did you send it? What are you talking about? On Instagram? You sending me naughty pics? What do we got? On Instagram. What? Instagram DMs? I don't have any oh, hold on, wait. I don't have any Instagram DMs on Rocket Scooter? Hold on. Oh, requests. Hold on. Nothing in requests. Nothing in general. On my own personal profile. Okay, hold on. You sent it on Twitter as well? All right, Chad, hold on. Let me check it out. Hold up. Oh, requests. Let me see. Oh, I got you, bro. Here it is. I found it. Oh, that's incredible. I love it. That's me, iDoc, and Pickle. Oh, that is funny. That is pretty cool, dude. I love it. Pickle's going crazy, dude. Let me go to Twitter really quick and find it. Let me see if I have it. Although one thing is, it kind of makes me look Asian. It kind of makes me look slightly Vietnamese. You got iDoc. She looks good. But also, that's kind of like, and that's Pickle. That's awesome. I love it. This is really nice. This is almost like a Vietnamese mat. That's very cool. With the laptop and the scooter and all that, I love it. Dude, that's an amazing job. Super cool. Dude, I appreciate that, man. That's really dope. Is it okay that I'm honorary Asian now? Okay, cool. I'm in the family now. Wait, you're not Asian. I now identify as Vietnamese. This is true. Now upper DD band tap right here. Looks like the market's running pretty rapidly on this one. What a day. What a fun day. You only followed Matt because he thought I was Asian. Dang it. All my Asian fans now, they discovered that I'm not actually really Asian, then they're gonna stop following. Although IDOC's mom did tell me yesterday she likes me more than her own daughter, so I'm technically in the family now. No shorts at upper DD. Like I said, it's always a coin flip. Again, this is the place it could sell if it was going to sell, but obviously it didn't. Nice, clean, tidy run bull market today. What an awesome freaking day, guys. This is so textbook, so easy. There was no downside, no risk here, no craziness. Nothing here. Market just trickled right up. No news was bad. Nothing, man. The market was just so clean. We'll hit 22,700 today. Probably not today, but it's possible. Typically, your big strong resistance will come right up here. Green line is very strong resistance. So it looks like the market was really loving that Trump news that came out of nowhere. EU contemplates lowering tariffs on U.S. imports to woo Trump. The trade deal deadline is not critical. Lower reciprocal tariffs, kind of nice. right. You made 1,500 on your TPT accounts. Let's go. By the way, you guys, a couple of big sales going on right now. My funded still has that buy one, get one, or sorry, buy one. If you pass, you get a second one free. That's still going on.
Send professional.
Funded Next is going to come out with a straight to funded program for futures on July the 1st. And I'm already giving you guys a head start. For 1 week, we get 30% off of all those accounts. We normally get 5. So we've got this head start on an announcement of this little exclusive deal for their one funded straight to funded program. So I'm gonna grab me some of those accounts. Oh, wait, you know what? I wonder if I'm locked in and I can't get them because I have maximum of the no DLL accounts. Ooh. I might not be able to get any. "96% of days will close below this green line." Yes. Only 4% of days, when we count them, break the green line and keep going. I use this idea in such that whenever I'm longing the market, this is about where I end my longs for the day. I don't try to reverse that because of this. The markets can still become very bullish. I just usually like, that's kind of the ultimate final boss of every single trading day is this green line. If the bull line hits it, I'm good. For here, it likely just top chops up here. It's going to be very hard to break through it and keep going. This is like essentially usually the top-ish for most bull days. But doesn't mean we reverse from here. It just usually means this is the bigger part of the resistance. And as you see, the volume is starting to pick up right here because there's a big volume buffer right up against that. But there's not a short setup off of it unless this ratio is less than half, which it's not. Tradeify has news. Yeah, Tradeify has dropped their payout schedule from every 7 to 10 days to every 7 days. You can get a payout, which is amazing. And it applied retroactively to everyone that was already using them. So if your account was 10 days, you woke up today and it was 7. If you're new to trading, what do you think I need to start from? Well, you can do prop firms as a easy way to start. Very inexpensive. You don't risk a lot. You know, prop firms are where a lot of people start. That was some pretty solid good news about the tariff stuff right here. So Wall Street loved that news. I wouldn't try fading against it, but that's just me. I'll probably get another really sick stack of green candles coming out of here. Usually it will complete the move and then push and then pull back. Like it's very rarely going to pivot sooner than that green line and turn around. 688. But yeah, that's usually the end of the bull run. Looking really tidy there. I like it. My goal today is just to make sure I get through to finishing out maximizing on my payouts in these Tradeify so I can move on to the next challenge. So I got to inch my way forward in these accounts and just get these payouts. Here's the final tap of that. And Q on drugs. Oh yeah, dude. Let's see if NASDAQ and normally S&P is kind of like the still has its room to move. So we might even get like a nice little. So S&P is not even there yet. NASDAQ just hit its, but usually S&P is the controlling dominant force here. US 30 going up. How would you have gotten into overnight levels and gotten into your overnight trade unless there was a boot camp? What do you mean? No, our platform, I mean, that's it. Like, the stream isn't for you guys to follow my trades. If you want the tools I use, you just go buy them. Like, that's how it works. Any chance I can analyze DXY? We have the ability to do DXY. We don't have a liquidity map for it. Yeah, I mean, if you guys are like, how can I follow your trades or whatever, that's not the point of my streaming. You gotta learn trading, man. You gotta learn it yourself. Let's see. Nasdaq's being super awesome today. Walk right into DD band. Oh, you're still trying to figure out. Oh, well, then that makes sense. Okay. How would you have gotten the overnight? So in the boot camp, there's a class on the overnight stuff, and the levels are posted in the Discord on the bots. There's a channel called Futures Dynamic. It's one of the few channels that has something that publishes every night. A lot of people turn on like alerts or whatever for anything I would say, but if you go to the bots and extra tools section, there's something called Futures Hedge Pressure Dynamic. This is where the levels are posted every night. And then one of the classes teaches you what those things are and how to use them. Any thoughts on the dollar tanking? I don't really follow I don't have a lot of expertise in currencies or why it tanks and really much to say about it. It kind of goes beyond what I'm good at. So I don't really have anything to say about that. Maybe some people here might have a little bit more insights onto the dollar. I'm not the biggest like currency expert, and I won't even pretend to be. 2 years and you've never had a payout. It's not easy to learn, but discouraging. Josh, watching, we're probably never chatted. Hey, welcome, Josh. Appreciate it, man. Have you been through the boot camp yet? That's the one thing that we do to like train people. Don't give up, man. It's not easy to make it. It's not easy to get payouts. You know, this is like, don't be discouraged. It's pretty normal to fight it, you know, like for a while. A lot of people take a while to get good at trading, and it's part of it, you know. Why do you think eMicro Gold is going up more? I don't, it's just like currencies and gold. I don't really have a good grasp on the market. It kind of goes beyond my expertise. I don't really follow it too much. Currencies and gold is not really something I'm good at. I could try to figure something out by learning about it, but I would just be learning on the fly. Gold is fun. Yeah, I hear from people they have a lot of fun trading gold. Suncode has some info. The emerging markets have been selling their reserve, and Fed in Japan did a US dollar swap deal with an aim to weaken the dollar. Oh, wow. See, like cool stuff like there's all these cool things I don't know about. Very unlikely that we do get sell off from here because the S&P still has room to move. Nasdaq may overshoot this. But you guys can kind of see how this upper green line is some resistance volume, right? That is normally right in my long trade. I'm just sitting out right now, chilling. Hydra, yo, Hydra made some stuff. Let's go. Hold on, I just now saw it. Hold on, let me show you guys the full versions of these. You guys are making some pretty cool freaking. It actually kind of looks like me. What on earth? Are you guys, y'all ready for this? Okay. We've got number 1, Cobra Kai. That's actually pretty darn good. With the headband and everything. Number 2. It's like an interesting look on AI. It kind of gets like a lot of my facial features right. It looks like me, but not like me, but like me a whole lot. It's actually so interesting. He's like got the right kind of hair and right kind of beard and everything. And then of course, Pickle. All right, here's another one. Bigger headed version of me. Riding on the scooter. And then here's another version of me. Y'all did some good, man. This is great. Is that a Mandalorian helmet? Kind of looks like it. All right, which one do I like the best? This one has got to be the best one. I don't know if it matters that the word with is spelled wrong. I'm not even mad that there's 2 T's in the word with. but that's all right. That's awesome, dude. It even has my outfit right. I'm like black shoes, black leather jacket. This is like, these are my digs, man. Can you sub to the Discord without the platform? Yeah, the $20. The Bootcamp gives you the Discord access, yeah. But there's 2 T's in Matt. It does kind of work, yeah. Dude, I love it. I'm gonna have to use this. I love it. All right. Let me eat my lunch real quick. Oh, Jaded, man. Thank you so much. All right, hold on. Giving away 8 seats to the boot camp now. Wow, thank you so much. So every $20 that somebody donates, I always give 3 boot camp seats. So we're gonna give away 8 free seats to the boot camp today. Really appreciate the donation, man. Thank you. Yeah, type in free class. Only if you're not a member. You're not in the boot camp already. They give away 8 boot camp seats. I'm gonna get to spin the wheel. That's awesome, man. Thank you for the donation. I'll donate as well. I'll donate 120 bucks. All right, let's do them one at a time. Solomon. Gotta type something in chat, bud. Oh, it's okay. No, it'll get you for the next one. As long as you're entered in. Solomon, you gotta type something, man, to claim your prize. There you go. There's that little downside per Russia. Dennis Trudos. I'm gonna type something in chat. Yeah, if you're already in the boot camp, you can't win the free boot camp. This is for new people only. Yusef Tari. If I'm saying that correctly. Congrats, congrats. There's that green line. Luke, I love DE band. See, I don't ever take the short unless I have the confluence, but I always exit my long up into that. Such a good exit pivot. Somebody, you have to type it 3 times in a row. That's hilarious. Odds. The odds are in your favor. The green line is the one in the box. Oh, ignore the box. This is just a tool that I use to measure the halfway point of a distance traveled. I'm just using this so I can do the math really quick. I see 687, 597. I can see the distance of the colors don't mean anything. This is a tool I use to just read the numbers. I can just see where the high and low is. This is 100 points. This is 50 points. SIDI. You're already in the current class. Oh, okay. We gotta give it to someone else then. If you already want it. Hell yeah, CD, side eye. Congrats, man. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 3 more. I got you, man. We'll be at market close today. Today we're covering resilience, a very important class. And you won a second time. That doesn't count. Yeah, good luck today, though. Ah. Benji. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more. Carl Quinn. And so we'll see you guys when market closes. We have our session. We're on class number 4 of the 20, so you guys can jump right in. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that, but Lammy or Iami. I-am-y Ian Nisioanu. Are you here? Hello. For the forecast to high, it's the risk interval added to yesterday's close at the Globex, Roy. You nailed it. They must have left. Oh well. Verit AB. So all the winners, what you need to do is you need to go to Discord, go to the contest channel, look for our admin. His name is Slacks. Just send him a message. Show him a picture of your YouTube account. You know, open up your little sidebar there that you have it from your perspective, just so that you're logged into that name. And then just send him a screenshot that we know it's you, and then you win. Verit AB. Last winner. 2 people not here. Veritab. Yeah, this says Slacks. S-L-A-C-K-S. Another person not here. Oh, you're here? Nope, you're too late, buddy. You have to type it within the time frame. You missed it, man. Sorry, there's a counter. You have a race. You have to be here whenever your name is spun. Sorry. All right, so these are the winners and odds set that they already won. So this is who we have today. You're here for the free ass. That is always free. Give it to him? Well, I know. Well, I mean, I can't. The rules are the rules. It would be unfair to the dozens of people I've had to say no to already. That's because we give it away. I actually do have to pay for these classes. It's not just giving them away. I pay $20 to give it away. Like, it's just like we have a free one. I had to pay the company. The bootcamp is here. Because usually we just give it, we continue spinning the wheel. So the rule is you gotta be here. Here it is, 20 bucks though, if you guys want to join. If there are no rules, there's only chaos. Later chat, see you, buddy. Can you set mobile notifications from your charts? We don't have that feature yet, I don't think. Unless there's a native and trading view that I don't know about, but we don't have that feature on our side. What's up? What's up? It's D-Walk. What's up, man? All right, let's see. I think a little end of the day selling here. Anyway, posture needs to be better. I feel like I'm slouching today. I feel like I'm just like down here. All right, let me sit up tall. Bootcamp is 20 bucks for 20 classes, $1 a day. And pull back to that yellow line there. I don't know if you from Cyprus. I can't pronounce your name, but let me see this really quick. So unfortunately, you didn't win. Let me type it to them. The goal is you have to be in here and type something before the timer goes to 0. It's also for engagement. Like, that's also part of it. The idea is that, you know, some people just show up for the giveaways and they go, wait, that doesn't help the stream. So you got to be here. You got to type. A little bit of draw down from this upper green band down back to yellow line. This is pretty common. I just had that green arrow sitting here. I don't normally take that short unless I get strong confluence, but it did pull back a little bit. I don't think we sell up and crash from here, but looking pretty solid. Turn around the 15K a day today, which is kind of nice, or almost 15K. What's the upsell after the boot camp? Ah, it's a good question. There isn't one. That's it. There's no rug pull. There's no sales pitch. The boot camp doesn't at once have a direct sales pitch of any single thing. What is the idea? Like that, like what could we sell? You can maybe buy the platform if you want. But it's not like it's not like a boot camp is like pressing that into your face to like buy it. So the only possible upsell would be you maybe use the platform, sub to it. That's it. Do you ever break even your stop loss? Sometimes, yeah. So there's no upsell. That's why we love Matt. Thank you. It's not like the boot camp is like you guys like what you see. Here's the real education for another $1,000. It's it. Everything is $20. This is the 11th time we've done the boot camp, and every time we do it, it's the same circle of classes, but the boot camp changes every time slightly, and we kind of look at the market in front of us to tailor boot camp towards like current market conditions. But yeah, there was never a like yeah, this is the intro, like here's a taste, but you got to buy the rest. None of that now. You know, the business's hope, clearly, like in the business side, I mean, I'm ultra transparent. I tell you guys everything. The business's hope, you know, Rocket Screw as a corporation, is that the boot camp is a loss lead item into possibly you guys subbing to the platform, but that's the only product that we sell. So the idea is $20. You get to learn an overwhelming amount of information. You're so impressed with how great it is. Maybe you use our tools, and that's it. If not, you still have a wealth of information to take with you. It's like you bought a really good book and then you're on your way. What's the current P&L for today? Oh, I haven't updated it. Sorry. Let me line up my accounts here and just take the screenshot of these. I'm only trading 8 accounts today. This is the current P&L. Sorry, it's on the screen here. It's to line everything up, take a shot. I think that's like 15K something or other. Whatever that's up to be. 846 plus 513 plus 3148 plus. These are all my funded accounts right now. 48 plus 966 plus 3458 plus 1236 plus 1067. Oh, 14.2. Close enough. Almost 15. Not there yet. 14.2. With the amp, is there a choice to be made between CQG, TT Rhythmic, or Teton? Recommendations? CQG. It'll work with our platform if you go the CQG route. You can tie your amp account to our platform, and your data will come to our platform for you. I give you guys cheap boot camps so you can be profitable and donate more boot camps. Yeah. From a corporate perspective, we know that we have an amazing product with our boot camp, but our goal is not to sell trading education at a high dollar amount. There's risk involved with that. When people spend a lot of money on something, they want a lot of value in return. Trading is a high failure rate business. We've learned, being in this business forever, that if you sell something very expensive and your clientele is most likely to fail, because traders mostly fail, they get very mad at you for selling them something very expensive. So we learned how to go through this business without getting a single bad review in 10 years by selling it dirt cheap, because you feel like you get a lot out of something that's not that expensive. You don't tend to blame your failure on the product that you bought. That's another reason to keep costs low, but in reality, you guys need to keep your money so that you can trade from like a more than an ethical perspective. It would be better off for you to learn trading by trading rather than learning something from anyone. So we need to keep it low so you have more of your money in your pocket. People that sell $5,000 and $10,000 mentorships and then you go out there and blow up and suck trading, they tend to like talk so much shit about the mentor that sells them this ridiculously overpriced thing. If you provide tremendous value at very low price, the cookies could be dry and people will not talk shit about it because you sold them for a penny. So you guarantee a positive public reception to your products if the value is tremendous. And that's always been a business strategy of ours, to provide tremendous value for very little cost. And that's kind of a reason to keep it low. But the business also, calls it a loss lead item. We don't make anything off of it, but hopefully you like that, what we teach. And then of course you stick around and maybe buy the platform, maybe hang out in the stream, That's kind of where the value is, that you guys are joining the community and all that. Got the psychology of humans down to a T. Well, I've been a businessman for a very long time, and the trading business is very weird because how do you value something, right? Everyone sells everything for crazy value variations. There's no, how much is a mentorship? I don't know, somebody that costs 500. I saw one online, some dude got top 5 in the Robins, like not even really top 5, just placed in the top 5. And this joker was like, I'm selling 6 $100,000 seats to my mentorship. Look at me, I'm top 5 in the Robins. I'm like, you fucking scam artist. Top 5 in the Robins. You get 30% gain on a $10,000 account. You get top 5 in the Robins on your first trade. These people are like, I'm third best trader in the world. Robins Cup. Old contest is a joke. But anyways, you can buy the mentorship for 100K a seat. I'm at 30% in the Robins. Oh, you turned a 10K account to 13K. Tell me more. 100K? Oh yeah, dude, an absolute scammer. Anyways, tell me more about your $3,000 gain. Like what? These fucking people. But anywho, I've learned years and years of the business that it's hard to value something based on trade. There's no market that's consistent. So for you as a customer trying to buy a trading product, it's hard to gauge how much you should spend. So we kind of defined it as follows. The boot camp is an education. You learn everything inside of a book. Therefore, a book is $20. Therefore, the boot camp should be $20, the cost of a book. At least with that, you read something great. And even if it doesn't apply to you, you don't really feel like, oh, I need to go get a refund. This sucks. I hate this guy. These guys are terrible. They took $3,000 from me, didn't learn anything. A lot of this out there. And a lot of these gurus spend their entire life fighting off bad reviews and crap because they charge 10, 20 grand for education. I've always protested against that. I think that's unfair because they're explaining the idea that you guys don't know any better, that it's not worth that much. A good book is worth $20. So somebody may argue, well, my hourly rate, you know, you should pay me for my hourly work. Okay, well, the average college grad work makes less than $100 an hour at their job. Okay, so that's about how much you should charge for an hourly rate for something. Makes sense. With the $20 bootcamp, do you have access to the platform as well? No, you don't. The platform is a separate thing. But we always thought that education should be cheap. And at minimum, people will reward you with kindness if the value is there. Even if they didn't get anything out of it or it didn't work for them, it's very rarely met with hostility if they don't feel like they got ripped off. If somebody's paying like $2 or $3 grand for something, they better be getting a return on investment. And so I knew that from the start in all my businesses. You can't overcharge beyond the market value for something without providing tremendous value. And a lot of times it's hard to understand what that value of something is. A couple $100 a month is what you pay for a gym. It's what you pay for any tool that you have. You know, any membership or subscription to anything you have is always gonna be a couple $100 a month. You should never pay any more than that for anything you subscribe to. Gym, tanning salon, massage parlor, trading platform. It's a common price for a monthly sub to something. But there's people out there that think that their value is higher and they try to charge a lot more. But then it sucks because most traders are going to fail. So in reality, the best course of action is to keep the price affordable so that people have more money to spend on their own journey as a trader. That's kind of like it. Don't sign up for that course. Wait, Vu, who is that? I don't even know what you guys are saying. Paid a couple $1,000 for a course and also lose a lot of money. Yeah, people are going to feel angry at you because they're, honestly, this is it. Most traders are going to lose a lot of money. And the last thing you want to do is lose a lot of money to trading and then lose a lot of money to some guru. You're going to be very pissed off. You're going to aim that anger at the person that sold you something. Is AMP the go-to for CQJ data? Yeah, CQG data. Most people go through AMP Live because it's the cheapest one. Not the cheapest one, but it's like the least minimum deposit's only $100. Yep, you can watch the videos later if you don't come to the bootcamp live. You paid a lot of money to Furus and just get scammed. That's it. Also for me, like when I first was doing the bootcamp, my original thought was it's going to be free, and it was free. We actually gave it away free to people that were using the platform. It was just a value add. Like, I want people to succeed as much as I can. So let me invest an hour a day to teach people as just an extra value add to the platform subs. And then a lot of people were like, well, I want to learn, but I don't have, you know, $150 a month for the platform, $159 a month. Could I still just come to the classes? And I'm like, well, and then so many people asked that, and then we decided, okay, well, let's just let people come to that separately. And then we opened up the courses for everybody. How much for data? For equities data, it's $10 a month. For futures data, it's $4 a month through your broker. $100 a gym membership. Your gym is $35. Dude, you got a nice gym. Are you kidding? There's gyms in my city that are like $400 a month. Like Lifetime Fitness flagship level, like the highest tier Lifetime Fitness is like $400 a month. The one in the med center where all the doctors are. Or the Greenway or wherever. $400 a month just for a regular gym. And people pay that much too. My class pass runs me like $200 a month, but I go to like so many different places. I get it. I definitely get the value out of it though. You own a bar studio and charge $150. That's like a normal price for a sub. Yeah, for anything. How does Rocket Scooter help with futures traders? I'll let the community tell you guys that. I mean, we basically trained futures traders from scratch. I've not had my chart read. No, I haven't. You hate ClassPass? They bottom feed. Yeah, I have like 4 different places I go, so ClassPass makes it easy to go to all of them. Mike is like, I throw up every meal for cheaper than that. Yeah, you can't. Ugh. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here and take a break for the boot camp. I'm kind of done for the day. Thanks for tuning in. We had a great turnout. Let me see if I can't see if there's anybody streaming today. I can recommend you guys watch for the next hour. See if is Brian live? No, Brian's not live. Danny trades, LOL. You guys go say hey to Travis, I guess. Trading with Travis. He's Houstonian, just getting his feet wet in the streaming world. Got about 100 people watching him. Pat went on vacation? Oh, he did. So I'll see you guys later. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to head over in an hour. I'll be back for the boot camp. We'll see y'all later.
Market spinning in chaotic haze. Rocket scooter blast through the maze. Volume prediction shows the way. Leave the doubt and the fray. Liquidity